Welcome to my three thought video today. Numbers. There's this really cool verse that I've really enjoyed. It's in chapter 8 of Numbers, verse 25. But at the age of 50, they must retire from their regular service and work no longer. They may assist their brothers in performing their duties at the tent of meeting. For decades, people have said, I don't see anywhere in the Bible where it says we ought to retire. And I think that this is a really good verse, not only for those of us who might want to retire and say, hey, the Bible talks about retirement, but it also is a great verse of, those of us that are older, 62 years old, a couple days ago, get an opportunity to pass the mantle, to give that work that's important to a younger generation. If you're 50 years old or older and haven't really considered who's going to take up the work of God behind you, we need to have a conversation. Spiritual direction, one of the things that I love to do is talk about transitions, and transitioning to a younger generation coming up behind you and taking over the work of God is an awesome spiritual direction conversation. And I think a really, well, for me, it's beautiful because in my own heart, I don't want to do the work. I want to help those that are doing the work. And so that's beautiful for me. In Psalms, in Psalms chapter 138, there's a verse in 138:3. It says, you made me bold and stout-hearted. It's this verse in context is talking about difficulty, how God has answered the psalmist's prayer in trouble in the dark night. God was there and he answered. And because of that, you made me bold. You made me stout-hearted. Not only am I willing to go forward with boldness, but even when things get real and difficulty is there, there's some stout-heartedness that God is moving within us to make us sturdy and strong and bold and capable. I love that. I love that verse. Sorry for the slow. Okay, in this last verse in Luke 14, Jesus tells a parable about a man who's throwing a party, and people come up with some excuses. They all began to make excuses. I just bought a field and I have to go see it. I just bought 5 yoke of oxen and I'm on my way to try them out. Please excuse me. Still another, I just got married, so I can't come. And in the past, people have said, oh, these are all dumb reasons. What's interesting is they're all pretty big events, right? You buy a new field and you want to go look at it. That's pretty exciting. Anytime I buy something significant, I want to look at it. I want to study it. And if you bought 5 brand new oxen, that's a big day. And if you're getting married or just got married, that's kind of a big thing. But in comparison, Jesus is saying, compared to the kingdom, compared to giving all of yourself to Jesus, it doesn't reach that level of hierarchy, right? Hierarchy of importance is what Jesus is getting at. What is the hierarchy of importance in our life that we would set down, a new purchase, a new wife, a new piece of land? And that's what Jesus is getting at. If you have stuff going on in your life, so spiritual direction and life coaching the red line is pointed towards ministry, pastors and leaders in the work of God that experience burnout, those kinds of things. But it's not just burnout that I have my eye on as a coach or spiritual director. It's whatever, right? Whatever is in your life that you feel like you want to have a conversation about, but who are you going to talk to? Some of us don't want to talk to people within our own organization, our own congregation. Those conversations can be difficult, but a spiritual director, a life coach that's outside that organizational structure can be a wonderful place. Maybe you know someone, maybe you are someone who needs a coach or a spiritual director I'd love to be that guy. You can find me at Coaching the Red Line on the internet, or you can call me 509-999-3305 or send a text. I hope you're doing well. That's my 3 thought video for today. Thanks and have a great day.